Welcome back. For our second debate, we're talking college football. On Saturday, Mississippi State, led by a 623-yard, 5-touchdown performance from quarterback KJ Costello, the Mississippi State Bulldogs knocked off number 6 ranked LSU in a stunning 44-34 win. With the win, many are calling the Bulldogs a legit contender to win the SEC, but what do our panelists think? I'm here with Emma House and Nick Sola to debate.
All right, SEC. I think nobody really expected Mississippi State to be LSU, but do you think that they are going to actually be a contender this year?
I think you got to say yes. The way I look at it, LSU was a top contender. You know, they're ranked 6th in the nation, definitely top 2 or top 3 in the SEC. And Mike Leach and the Mississippi State Bulldogs just showed that they can compete with other teams. You know, we know it's a big field in the SEC and they have a tough schedule, but they're bringing something out in the SEC offense that I don't think has been seen before with the air raid offense, and they just have shown that they can score the football, so it'll be interesting. But what do you think?
You know, I'm going to play the devil's advocate here and say they aren't. I think it's just beginner's luck this year. I think that it's no doubt that Mississippi State definitely had a phenomenal game because, like, they were just on fire looking at the highlights and the game and everything. I don't really think that LSU showed up to play. I thought that they were kind of just blowing off Mississippi State and being like, oh, right, it's not that big of a team. We can beat them. And then they came out with, you know, this many rushing yards and passing yards and all that and everything. I don't think they're going to be a contender, though. I mean, KJ Costello threw like 600 passing yards or something like that.
Right.
And
crazy.
I think especially once you get to the end of the season, you're not going to see that a lot. You're going to see, you know, the 100 passing yards, 200 passing yards. I don't think that we're going to see as the team that's showed up last week. I don't think we're going to see that near the end of the season. And I think teams like Bama and Georgia and Auburn and like all them, I think they're going to show up at the end and be like, hey, this is our conference.
Yeah, I think the Mississippi State game plan definitely was not expected by Coach O on LSU or really anyone in the SEC. Like I said, they run that air raid offense. SEC is known for, you know, big defensive teams, always defensive strong. And we'll have to see if the air raid plan is just going to be something fluky or if it's something that is going to actually be hard to contain. What I do know is that Mike Leach is the real deal, and he's a competitor and a winner. And he'll have to go up against some tough competition, but I think he has the mentality to certainly get it done. So
I think one thing that's for certain is, like, if Mississippi State wants to stay a contender, I think they definitely do need to work on their defense just a little bit because there were a lot of times where LSU did get through. And that's not saying that LSU needs to, like, not work on their defense because that was just a mess. But, you know, I think that there are some stuff that needs to be tweaked. But it is the first game of the season. I mean, you never know. And especially with times like this, you know, anything can happen.
Right. Absolutely. I mean, 620 passing yards in the first game, that's definitely unheard of, especially against LSU. But, yeah, I mean, KJ Costello, he could be the real deal. I mean, he's already leading the league in passing in week 1. But, yeah, the biggest thing, I think, is just the strength of schedule. Mississippi State has to play Auburn, Texas A&M, obviously Alabama. Alabama is the man to beat, but there are certainly plenty of ranked teams in the SEC that are going to be tough competition where Mike Leach will have to prove himself.
So do you think that with this continuing season, do you think LSU is going to step up, or do you think they're going to fall off the bandwagon?
It's just the first game, and it's not like it was a horrible loss. They still have plenty of room to get back, but with the 10-game season and you're only playing in conference, there's a little room for error. So if they're thinking college football playoff, they probably have to win out. If they're thinking win SEC, then they're still in the running. They just have to get big wins such as an Alabama or Texas A&M.
I think
So-
the ones to beat this year are going to be Texas A&M and Bama.
Yeah.
I mean,
Al-
it's going to be a good competition between the SEC for sure.
Yeah, Alabama is ranked number 2 right now, so they're always the top dog. It's just how it is in the SEC, but it's definitely going to be entertaining. We're talking a big offense, air raid against teams like Bama with huge defenses. So top offense versus top defense. It'll definitely be interesting to see how it plays out.
I'm excited. So we are going to throw it to commercial, and then we'll be right back.